Riley, yeah. I saw her recently. We talked like we hadn't in so long. Never enough time. There was always pressing matters, and time just slips away. It gets easier here when I come to Dana. She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark. Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, Miner. You're not supposed to be here. Leave, now! Name's K. Walter K. You don't look familiar, Eugene. And you sound like an outsider. First, you tell me, you support Bill Thatcher? That asshole stole my victory again and again. Since you claim you don't even know him, I'll take that as a no. He picks or props him up, and there's nothing I could do. Except I'm not without teeth. Yeah, proper lesson, like at school when the teacher beat you blue for acting out. Yeah, Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
Yes? That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols. But I don't see why not. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Yeah, so sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you. I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us. Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that. She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding. But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony. Which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics. Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center. But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens? Unfortunately, the whole shift heard Resnick's last message before the guiding light exploded, before Judy went EVA. Must have been horrible for Riley. To hear what would become the last words of her friend without being able to respond, say goodbye. I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially, he was like the dad Riley never had. The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know? Could be. Although, since that machine has a habit of eating coins, I can't say I blame Riley. But, as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really. No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here. But where'd be the fun in that? Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person. But I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local. Welcome, Eugene. I'm Dana Peters. So, what can I do for you? Understandable. Many of the species here are my handiwork, created with cross-hybridization and gene manipulation. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too. You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. As I've said, most of the species here are my own hybrid creations, which means they're vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them. If it was only that simple! To do that, I would have to expose the plants to dozens, hundreds of pathogens, cultivate the strains that show the most promise. My long-term goal is to increase their resistances. However, in everything I do, I have to calculate the cost, not in terms of money, but in terms of time. My current generation, Gen H, is the best that I could do with the resources I have. Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the Hydroponics Farm, or just the farm. An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships. Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story. But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals. But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals. I have, yes. But it's only applicable to small quantities. To scale it for the whole aquifer would require billions, maybe more. All that money would be better spent elsewhere. Most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and, critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes, we could purify and enrich Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate. You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work. Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management. It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that. Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet. It was a great community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium. Yeah, all those hours wasted on nothing in the end. Overshoot was supposed to be an educational space, and it was for a time. But then it all collapsed under the weight of that knowledge, and the forum transitioned into a sort of attempted group therapy, but ended up as a place to just share malignant thoughts. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person. Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species. I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink. Anderson. Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper. Listen, bud. I know she's a local girl, but not much more than that. But you don't need a setup guy. Just muster up the courage when you see her and say something nice. You might be surprised by the result. Can't tell you much, really, whether she's flying solo or not, or even which team she plays for, if you catch my drift. Besides that, Riley and Frank grew up with Ben at the Rue Valley Motel down the road. I needed no more, but I wouldn't go asking her right now if I were you. Oh yeah. Last I heard, she's with Coral Destiny. Not sure what her role is, but I'm pretty certain she's the only local on their A-team. Never asked. I know she's with their space program, but whether she's aiming to be an astronaut or something else, no idea. Hey, man. Wow, I never forget a face, but I totally blanked on your name. Ah, now it came back. Welcome to our esteemed canteen, Eugene. Sure thing, buddy. The eggheads from Coral Destiny equipped us with one of those, whatchamacallits, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, universal green charger ports. It's right behind the pool table. Just place whatever you need charged on it, and it takes care of the rest.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects. Absolutely I did. I grew it, prepared it, tested it on myself, enjoyed it. Everything was perfect. And I did it more than once. Those are facts. So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible. What, right now? If this is a joke, it's a poor one, and it won't end well for you. Ben, for fuck's sake.
Dina. Oh, hey. Really, it's nothing. I'm just all over the place.
All over the place? Ben, you look like you're drowning in your own sorrow. Why didn't you tell me this was happening to you? What made you think keeping quiet was a good idea?
I just didn't want to bother you. Didn't want to be a burden on anyone.
No, Ben, we can't let this go. As soon as you pull yourself together, we'll sit down and sort this out. For good. Thank you for making me step outside. I have to help him. Not just now, but once he comes back to himself.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like... Sorry, buddy. It's reserved for guests only. Rules are rules. But we can quench your thirst as well as your curiosity. It's just a one-drink minimum. Protein shake? It's not exactly on the menu, so I don't think so. Anything else? I see you like living dangerously. Good on you. The password is Kuiper's Cipher, all lowercase.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocol. Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization. Don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. Sorry, I've left my card somewhere, but you can write it down.
Riley?
Yeah, sure.
Just hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? Nice to meet you, Mr. Pursuer. Tell me, Riley isn't in some kind of trouble, is she? I can't imagine why the government would be interested in talking to Riley. Right. As for Coral Destiny, she resigned a few days back, though I imagine you already knew that. A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back. There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else. She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that. You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Anyway, it's family drama. I doubt it matters for your government review. We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him. A serious amount in case he should ever need it. And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally. She asked me to persuade Frank to seek help again. Dr. Fink, the therapist in my motel. He worked at Coral Destiny before going private. There you go. So you know exactly who I mean. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident. Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details. I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about, and maybe none of this is relevant. I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit! I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye. That's rough. I really hope she manages to track him down. It'd be a pity if she failed. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.